Welcome back to Let's Be Honest, the podcast. It's your girl, The Word, Lyric. And I'm super excited to be back here with you all. Got the mic here, back in my car, because I don't have a podcast studio set up just yet, but that is okay, because this is how we started. And once again, I love being in my car. I love having my moments with God and moments of reflection in my car. And so I just feel like this is just the perfect setup for me. Me and my little lapel mics. Okay. We still gonna get the job done. And so I'm really excited because we are in a whole new season. Season 3, actually. Episode 1. And I took a nice, well-needed break because y'all know me by now. And if you don't know me, y'all will get to know that I do take my breaks in between seasons. I feel like it's just the best way. Like, I love the fact that the last episode from season 2 was me talking about turning 29 and what that whole entire week was like. And so if you have not heard that, because it was definitely a whole journey for me, that whole week of just preparing to have a birthday party that I had no clue about, literally. Like, I had my own idea of how that week was going to go, and God was like, we got some other things in store, but I'm going to turn it around for you too, and you're going to really enjoy yourself. And it was just this big surprise. It was as if literally God just had planned everything. It was perfect. But I had to grieve some things. I had to let go of some things. I had to celebrate some things. And so just go back and listen to it. However, I didn't want to do a long episode because I'm just getting back into the groove of recording myself. But I wanted to simply talk about fear, because this is the Let's Be Honest podcast. So all I have for you is my honesty. And I'm appreciative that we get to be honest with one another. So, fear. What I had been fearing the most as of lately has been the fear of being disappointed again, discouraged again. This fear comes from past experiences of, first and foremost, not recognizing or mislabeling past experiences as disappointments and discouragement or failures. A lot of times what we deem as failures were lessons, were how could I say it? Were simulations, if you will, of where we are, or better yet, let me say it like this. They were benchmarks. So if you know anything about Virginia in the school system, we used to take benchmarks every certain amount of quarters or whatever. And then in order to pass to the next level, you had to pass the SOL test. And so the benchmarks were just there to see where you actually are, how much you've retained, what did you actually learn, how are you applying it, how far are you in your learning. And so these benchmarks that we have in life, and we quote unquote fail at them because it doesn't work, or it doesn't last as long as we thought it would, or when we stepped out on faith, things didn't work out the way we thought it was going to work. And so we consider these things failures, when really the next benchmark that you take, you realize that those lessons, those experiences actually produced a deeper level of work within you that you had not recognized, that you did not recognize. Now you have another level or layer of stewardship within you that you didn't know you had before, because you didn't have it there before, because there was nothing to test it. There was nothing to prove it. And so now, when I look back over my life and I've seen, the business that I had, the event coordinating business I had, and the plays that I've written and all these things that I've done in my early 20s that I just felt like, oh God, you used me so strongly then. And now I've been disappointed because those things didn't really yield long holding things. Now I've been through the ringer of life. I've been discouraged. I've been disappointed. I've been overburdened by bills. I've been overburdened by lack and all these things. And now you're telling me to come around the corner and to put this I Am Healing journal that I have, and it's actually out now, y'all. But you're telling me to put this out, even though I wrote it a couple years ago. I'm not the same person that I used to be when I wrote it. And not that it devalues it, but I'm like, can I even find myself in this anymore? I've been heartbroken. Am I even healed? Can I really talk about healing? Do I really deserve to be in front of people and to tell them about the process of healing? Because I done been through some stuff since then. Some stuff didn't work out since then. And I'm trying to figure out, why do you want to use me now when my confidence is at its lowest? And yet you're telling me to still trust you, step out on faith, do it again. And that's the thing about this life. We are supposed to step out on faith time and time and time again. Because once again, we don't know what that last benchmark produced in us. We might not have gotten all the questions right. We might not have gotten all the answers as quick as the other people around us, but it yielded something in us. It yielded something deeper than what we could understand, than what we actually can see. And I've gotten back into event coordinating just a little bit, got my feet wet. I put on an event called Tribe Vibes in Richmond, Virginia, and it was amazing. I could go in depth into it, but for the sake of time, it was amazing. It was just about bringing different artists together in the room to create a certain type of community rather than a cliquish community, right? Being an artist, a lot of times people say it's about who you know. But I think sometimes with that ideal, the plane isn't equal. It's not leveled out for everyone. And so I wanted to create an equal level playing field for everyone. So it was great. We had a performance. They were amazing. We had interactive games and community building strategies and panelist type of, platform where everybody could share their thoughts. It was amazing. One of the differences between the last time when I was younger and I was putting on events was I didn't, granted, all of my friends, they didn't mind. They didn't care about quote unquote getting paid or something like that, but I didn't sew back into the people who were sewing into me, and it wasn't like I didn't make any money, but I had a very much so mindset of, okay, I need to survive. I'm trying to live off of this. But it was, and not that that's wrong, right? As a business owner, you do want to live off of what you make. But at the same time, you want to be able to take care of the people that have sewn into you to be able to even make a profit. And so that was one of the top things I wanted to do. I said, God, I want to be able to sew back into the people that have sewn into me. And I was able to do that this time. And then there were other things that I just did completely way better with a different mindset. I was able to really work with people and navigate and not be overburdened. Like, this was the first event where I fully was able to submerge myself and not feel overburdened, not feel overladen. Like, I had an amazing team and I was just like, wow, I could see the growth. And although the business didn't last a lifetime, it was used to teach me for future references. And I can look back now and see and say honestly that these weren't failures. These were benchmarks. I never failed a benchmark. I learned from these benchmarks. And every time I step out on faith, I learn something else. I absorb something else. I take in something else. I leave with something else. And a lot of times we are learning, our inner man, our soul is picking up information, and we won't know it until we have to utilize it. And so a lot of us think that we're not growing. We're not learning. We're not soaking up new information. We're not changing. We're not evolving. Our life is the same. And it's like, no, if you really, really take a moment to look at what God has truly been doing behind the scenes, you would see you are not the same person that you used to be. And God is all about moving forward because he knows the plans that he has for you, for me. He knows. So we have to continue to keep looking to him. If you enjoyed this episode of Let's Be Honest, the podcast with your girl, the word lyric, what the kids say, then please feel free to donate, be a part of the honesty partners, the honesty community, and help me to grow. Because to be honest with you, I really would like to do this on a more consistent basis. I really would like to upgrade the microphone that I have. But if you believe in your girl, if you feel like this podcast has poured into you and will continue to pour into you, then please feel free to pour into it. And we're going to grow this thing together. So with that being said, I appreciate you. I love you. And also, if you're looking for the I Am Healing Interactive Journal, that is also going to be in the description box with the website. So you can feel free to order yours and be a part of the workshop. We're not virtual yet, but we're growing there. We're growing there.